All right. Today, welcome back. It's been a couple days for at least for me. We decided to do the house over here,
We should move on.
but well, the audio is a little weird today, I guess, huh? Uh, Dialogue is full, but it should be fine. Um, just saying that. Thanks for watching the videos so far. If you've been watching, thank you so much. It helps, makes me feel better. Um, Again, I'm just making content to pretty much have friends or internet friends, bigger family. So I'll be muted for a majority of the episode, but I'll say my farewells and whatnot at the end. So thanks for watching.
Looks like we're in the right place.
Looks like Gasgard's been busy.
Maybe Gascard was looking for help from another mage.
Women's clothing. Perhaps they were taken off the murdered women. Clever. He stopped Emmerich from investigating by getting...
Help me! Please! He's gone mad!
You're not... You're not him. Shit, I know what this looks like, but I didn't hurt her.
Do you take me for a fool?
No, I didn't mean... I don't know why you're here, but there's a killer out there, and I think he's playing us both. Just let me explain.
All right. We'll see if you can talk yourself out of this.
20 silver if he says, "It wasn't me, it was the one-armed man."
Several years ago, my sister was murdered. The bastard's now in Kirkwall, killing again. The same way he killed my sister. It starts with a bouquet of white lilies. He sends them to each new victim. Alessa was going to be next. I took her, so he'd have to come to me. I was finally going to face my sister's killer, but then you showed up.
He's lying. He hurt me.
I've explained this. I need your blood to track you down. If he took you, it was for your protection.
Let go of me.
She'll go straight to the city guard. They'll ruin everything.
I could report you to the Templars for blood magic.
Yes, I've used blood magic and lyrium to augment my powers. I'm not proud of what I've done, but I had to. He took my sister from me.
Can't you just tell the city guard what you told me?
Why? I don't want him arrested. This isn't about justice. I need to be the one to bleed him dry. Besides, they probably wouldn't even hear me out.
Emmerich was certain you were the killer.
Of course he was. But I was trying to find the killer just like him. Our paths crossed and he just assumed I was the murderer.
He'll want to know what happened here.
Tell him whatever you like. I'll be long gone by then.
Who killed your sister?
A powerful and experienced blood mage. I believe he uses the women for some ritual. His victims are attractive, healthy women with few social ties.
I can help you track down your sister's killer.
No, I can manage on my own. I'm headed to Darktown. If you learn anything new about the killer, find me there. I have a score to settle with him.
Did you ever run the wilds, boy? Kirkwall is no city for a breed used to open spaces. Nice as your estate is, it's not healthy for a Mabari to be cooped up. May I take him to the barracks time to time? He could help train my guards.
I'm sure he'll enjoy that. Thanks for the offer.
Good. I think it's time they face down a good old Mabari charge. How about it, boy? Want to chew on some recruits?
May I say again how thankful I am you've allowed Sandor to remain? He seems very happy.
Aren't you Hawk? Emmerich left not long ago. He said you'd arranged to meet tonight. Perhaps you're mistaken. I am not mistaken. You sent him a message a half hour ago. Look. I didn't send this. You didn't? Strange.
That's not a good sign.
Well, I don't know. Emmerich's been acting strangely for months. It's probably just a misunderstanding.
You have got to hear this, Hawk. There's this tale making the rounds. They're saying you single-handedly fought off a pirate invasion at midnight on the sacred ground of the Chantry.
Strange that people would get such an idea out of the blue.
I may have embellished a detail or two, here and there. A little. And added a few things that didn't happen. For pacing, you understand. Just don't be surprised if people seem in awe.
What compels you to spin these ridiculous tales?
I love the sound of my own voice. And I'm a compulsive liar. Honestly, I don't know. It's just something I do. There's power in stories, though. That's all history is. The best tales, the ones that last. Might as well be mine.
find it hard to believe you're spreading these stories without getting something in return.
Well, that just shows what you know, Hawk. The stories are their own reward. You really need to see the look on someone's face when I tell them you ripped the arms off an ogre. Just once.
Wouldn't it make more sense for you to be the main character in these tall tales of yours?
There's a recipe to a good hero, Hawk. It's like alchemy. 1 part down to earth, 1 part selfless nobility, 2 parts crazy, and you season liberally with wild falsehoods. You let that percolate through a good audience for a while, and when it's done, you've got your hero.
And exactly how many taverns have heard this particular story?
I only frequent the nice ones. Where it goes afterward is anybody's guess. You're beautiful, deadly, and hang out with fantastic dwarves. It would be a crime if people didn't talk about you. Anyway, I'll quit exaggerating before it goes to your head.
Do you ever feel like the world's getting...
I've got something for you, Varric.
My father's signet ring. Where did you find it? Bartrand pawned it off to pay for the expedition. I can't believe you found it. This sounds exactly like the sort of fake thing I'd make up about you.
I'm just glad I found it.
Our mother was... well, no word adequately describes an old dwarven lady's rage. Well, maybe now my contact at the gates of Orzammar won't ignore my letters. Harrimont is hoping that if he just shuts his eyes tight and wishes, the real world will go away. Anyway, I owe you one, Hawk. Remind me later to put you on my tab.
I've got something for you.
Ooh. Did you get this from Master Island? It looks like his work. He's always carving Hala out of bits of scrap. Before we left for Eldon, he had so many. The Keeper said he'd need 10 real Hala to pull his carved ones north.
Feeling homesick?
No, I'm content. With my choice. It's a kind gift. I should put this away somewhere.
Some mage sent that thing here to kill him. Why would anyone... Oh, Maker. The murders. Emmerich was right. He was getting too close. He suspected a man named Gasgard Dupuis. Did he do this? Gasgard was only a small piece of the puzzle. I think he's innocent. We should have believed Emmerich. I thought he was just trying for one last shot at glory. Whoever did this is a dangerous apostate that Meredith will want found. I will see to it personally. Thank you for your help in this matter. If you learn anything more, please come to me. What are you doing?
Putting out milk. I miss having a cat around. But I think the refugees have scared them all off. Or maybe eaten them. You know, I've been meaning to thank you. Having someone like you making a name for yourself in Kirkwall. It's done a lot for mages. You're the kind of leader we need. To tell the world we won't be punished any longer for our Maker-given gifts.
Who said anything about me leading? I was going to watch. With snacks.
Mages in this city look up to you. They want what you have. Just knowing you exist is enough to light the fire.
Why does this matter so much to you?
Why do you think your parents gave up everything to keep you and your sister out of the Circle? In the Circle, they tell you day and night that magic is sin. A mark on your soul of the Maker's hatred. But for all the talk of demons, the most common death I saw for a mage was suicide.
Together, we'll win this fight.
Your faith inspires me. Sometimes, I fear I cannot do this. Not while I struggle against this vengeance inside me. But I know you won't let me lose myself to him.
I thought you might like this.
You got me a gift. I hardly think I've done anything to deserve that. Is it a... That's a Tevinter Chantry amulet. Do you want me to get executed? It's sacrilege to wear those in any land under the Divine.
The Divine condemned their chantry because it freed mages from the Circle. I thought you might sympathize.
I like it. Maybe not on the outside of my clothes. I'm not that eager to face the hangman's noose. But I appreciate the thought. I've never really thought about what life would be like in the Tevinter Chantry. In the Circle, they make it sound like the Void itself. The Black Divine stalking Thedas, making it unsafe for kittens and virgins.
Mages have been free in Tevinter forever. It hasn't fallen yet.
Well, they did invade the Black City in their hubris and unleash Darkspawn on us all, right? That's kind of the Circle's whole rationale. But I think that has more to do with being a Magister than a mage. I appreciate the gift. Perhaps one day I can return one as meaningful. I can't go on like this.
Years of nice, quiet anxiety. Gone. Along with a whole street.
The Qunari were blameless.
Right. A mad elf, pushed by zealots, likely hidden in the very groups I have to appease. The Maker has a grand sense of humor. And the Arishok. I suspected he had no plans to leave. I didn't know it was just as annoying for him.
Keep the worst of them off his back, and it'll be all right.
But that is the problem. It has already escalated, despite your efforts. Shame.
What happened?
A Qunari delegate and entourage paid me a visit. It was civil, tentative, hopeful. They left my chambers with precision, but were not reported by the outer guard. They are missing, almost literally, from my doorstep. What do you imagine will be the Arishok's reaction?
We need to get out in front of this, and fast.
I feel I've been trying to turn a stampede for some time now. Someone is pushing very hard. Speak with Seneschal Bran. Then you will see why I cannot trust anyone else with this. I don't know who would benefit from fighting the Qunari, but it will cost all of us.
You have information about the missing Qunari?
I am to help you, yes. Viscount Dumas would appreciate discretion in this matter. I would prefer that you were not involved at all. But that is neither here nor there.
Has anyone reported this to the Kunari?
Maker, no. I'd be signing the messenger's death warrant. He'll find out soon enough, of course. And when he does, the Viscount is rightly concerned that the illusion of peace will dissolve.
The Arashok is growing violent. He might want an excuse to end this peace.
I suspect that if the Arashok wanted to take over, he simply would. For all we fear that heretical Qun of his, its demands have done more to keep him in check than any of our efforts. Besides, would Kunari stoop to trickery? There is no precedent, but there is unfortunate evidence of influence on our side.
It sounds like you don't want them found.
I must think of what is best for the Viscount's office. Bringing attention to such an incident benefits no one.
You would do nothing.
The Kunari are neutral hostiles at best. There is no relationship to salvage by overextending ourselves on their behalf.
I'm having a hard time picturing the abduction of a Kunari entourage.
Unfortunately, they were not at their best. Their swords were tied into their sheaths, as I advised. It seemed a respectful compromise. Even I know you cannot separate a Kunari from his weapon.
I'm sure you have suspicions about what happened.
My concerns are well-founded. This could not have escaped the notice of the city guard. Unless they were involved. Not coincidentally, a number of recent recruits have failed to report. You should start with one of them. Although where you find a swordsman so eager to sell his honor and duty, I'm sure I don't know.
The Hanged Man.
Hanged Man.
Definitely.
Right. Then you know what to look for. I can't imagine this has occurred without notice. There is always a weak link. Please keep this quiet. The Viscount is under enough
corner looks
scrutiny
dusty.
as it is.
How embarrassing.
Well, you're throwing coins around like there's no tomorrow.
That's right, woman. Tonight I'm paid and blessed, and all I had to do was turn my head. To all my friends, hey, step back. I know important people. We're gonna show this city what to do with heathen oxmen.
So, someone paid you to take a Kunari delegate?
I made a good wage for looking away while someone tamed a hornhead. So what? They said I should watch out for sympathizers. Traitors. You want something? Take it from me and my new friends. You're on your own, pal. That's loyalty for you. Come on.
This isn't necessary, you know.
What? What do you want? I just did what he said. It was more coin than I've ever seen.
That's very good. Now, just tell me who and where.
Templar. It was a Templar. I didn't get the name. We met near the Chantry. He said taking these Kunari was serving the Maker. I swear, he even had the seal of the Grand Cleric. True is true.
You have got to be kidding me. A Templar?
Serving the Grand Cleric, no less. Great.
What's a speed griffin? Do they zip around Thedas, terrorizing?
I've got something to show you. Come and see. It's beautiful, isn't it?
Something seems off about your mirror. Shouldn't it reflect the room?
No. It's not that sort of mirror. I've spent the last few years restoring this. One of my clan found it in the Brazilian forest, we think. Poor Tamlin. We never found him. Just the shattered pieces of the Alluvion.
What are you trying to do with this mirror?
At first, I just wanted to find Tamlin. But it's been too long. Tamlin is probably dead by now, if he wasn't already. But still, I know it can help my people. I can at least recover this one small part of our heritage.
This thing is what made the Keeper send you away, isn't it?
The Keeper wanted me to destroy the fragment I kept. She said our ancestors meant it to be forgotten. But it's a Keeper's place to remember. Even the dangerous things. We argued. I left. She's wrong. This mirror could teach us so much about who we once were.
Do you think the mirror had something to do with Tamlin's disappearance?
The ruin we tracked Tamlin to was full of traps and monstrous things. But we found no body. His trail ended at the broken pieces of Alluvion.
What's an Alluvion?
Long ago, the elves had a kingdom. An empire that covered Thedas. And every city had an Alluvion. The mirrors let them communicate across their empire. But I don't know how exactly. My people have lost so much. We know almost nothing of the days before Arlathon. This is a piece of our history.
I'm sure you wouldn't show something this dangerous to just anyone.
It's not dangerous, I promise. I fixed it, or tried to, with blood magic. The mirror won't hurt anyone. But it doesn't work. I've tried everything, and I think it's because it needs to be finished with a special tool. An Arulin home. And my clan has one. It's been in their hands for generations.
But you're afraid to face Keeper Marathari again.
Exactly. You have no idea, the Keeper. I can't talk to her. We fight or talk circles around each other. She has a disappointed frown that turns your bones to jelly. Please, help me. You will, won't you?
I'll go with you.
Maceranus, I'll find some way to repay you, I promise. Keeper.
You returned to us, Dolin. Have you reconsidered this path at last?
Go on. I'm with you.
Thank you, Hawk. Keeper, I need the Arulin home. The ancient carving blade that Master Island keeps.
I see. You wish to rebuild the Alluvion.
You don't have to approve of it. I'm invoking Via Sulavanen. I'll do whatever task you wish.
Well, I'm glad to know I can still disapprove. It is your right. I will give you a service to perform if you insist.
What did Merrill invoke?
Our history belongs to all Dalish, child. So our clan's most cherished relics can be claimed by everyone. Any Dalish can perform a service for the clan and gain ownership of such an item. For a time. That is what Merrill has invoked. Even if she has chosen to live apart, she is still one of the people.
What exactly is this thing we're asking for?
It is an ancient carving tool, used by our wood shapers, passed down for countless generations. Our clan has carried it since before the fall of the Dales. It is as old as Arlathan itself.
We appreciate your help. This means a lot to Meryl.
I'm glad that Meryl has a friend in you, child. I hope you will look after her.
I can take care of myself, Keeper.
Yes, Dolin. I know. Avar Terrell has taken the lives of 3 of our hunters. It lairs in a cavern in the mountainside. Seek it out, slay it. No one else must fall to its anger. Do this for us, and I will give you the Arulin home. May the Dread Wolf never catch your scent.
Rada, Valondine, Gaiju, Lethalan. What were the hunters doing in here? The Keeper would have sent them to recover elven artifacts from the Varterol before the camp had to move in again.
So your Keeper sent them to their deaths?
No. Normally they let the Dalish come and go as we please. Something must have provoked it. Why did this happen? Oh, Harshal, I am so sorry. I'll tell Iniria for you.
Let's make this quick! Your son... Slave driver.
Jandan. Tread carefully, Lethaline. May the...
Is someone there? It's safe. You can come out.
Hello? Praise Andraste. I mean the creators. I thought I'd never get out of... Meryl?
Anethera, Paul. Are you hurt?
Stay back. What do you want from me?
Paul, what's wrong? I'm here to help.
Stay back! Don't touch me!
Be calm, Paul. We'll help you get back to the camp.
You don't know what she is, what she's done! Creators, help me! Someone, please!
Paul, no! We have to catch him. Hurry! Hold on, Paul. We're coming. Looks like a fight. Be ready.
Somebody order a shot in the face?
Paul? Maybe it's not too late. Hawk, you can save him, can't you?
I'm sorry, Meryl.
Why did you run? You shouldn't have run.
What did you do to scare this man to death?
Creators. I don't know.
There was nothing you could have done.
He was more afraid of me than the Vaterol. Paul wasn't like the others. He was city-born, worldly. He ran away from the Denerim and found us. I thought if anyone would understand, he would. Something is very wrong. I want to see the Keeper.
The Vaterol is dead.
Masaranas. I'll breathe easier knowing that we will lose no more people to it.
We found these.
I'll return them to their families.
We lost Paul. In the cave, he fled at the sight of me. Straight into the Vaterol.
Many of the clan fear you will bring back the corruption. Or worse, from the mirror.
And where did they get that idea?
I am their keeper, Dolin. It was my duty to warn them. It's still not too late for you to return to us. Reconsider. There's no need for you to live alone.
Must we go over this again? You'll never accept what I'm doing.
The Alluvion is a trap. It cost us Tamlin. It led you to blood magic. Will you let it twist you further from who you really are?
And who am I? We've done as you asked. Honor our bargain. Give me the Arulin home.
Hawk. Because Meryl won't listen, I give this heirloom of my clan to you for safekeeping. Please, don't let her do this.
Thank the creators. I thought maybe she'd go back on her word.
Is it worth restoring this mirror if it turns your clan against you?
You know what it's like to lose everything, Hawk. Not just our land and freedom, but history, stories, language, magic, rituals. Even our gods are gone. It is a sacrifice, but if the mirror restores even one fragment of the past, it's worth it.
What did the Keeper mean? The mirror led you to blood magic.
The shard I picked up was corrupted. I couldn't cleanse it without help. The Keeper refused.
She said that it belonged to another time and should be left there. So I found a spirit. It gave me the power to purify the mirror through blood magic.
I've never heard of blood magic purifying anything.
There's nothing inherently evil about blood magic. It's magic, like any other. The power that contaminated the mirror was too strong to be driven out by normal means. If I had piles of lyrium lying about, I could have used that, but I didn't. I used what I had.
I hope this helps you finish your work on the Alluvion.
Thank you. I knew you would understand. Let's be away from here. The others are giving me the evil eye. Hawk, I could never have faced the Keeper myself. I never imagined a human would help me restore Dalish history. No one ever understood. Not the Keeper, not my clan. Just you.
When the Alluvion is finished, they'll appreciate all you've done for them.
It's all right. Even if they hate me forever, I'll know I helped them. You're the first real friend I've ever had. Masaranas, Lethalan.
A drunk says the Grand Cleric funded a rogue Templar. And here we are.
It's a careful chat about missing Kunari.
Sure, why not?
The Grand Cleric, please. Tell her it concerns the Kunari.
Sarah Hawk.
Sister Patrice.
Mother Patrice. Time has changed us both. Grand Cleric Elfina cannot grant an audience to just anyone. What do you want?
Funny how you and issues with the Kunari seem to go together.
And you always assume their side. I was naive when last we met. I did not want you dead, but I felt a death was necessary. That may be too fine a point for you to understand, but you must admit, you came out the better for it.
A Templar may have misjudged an order and abused the Grand Cleric's authority.
I assure you, the Templars would never embarrass the Chantry, at risk of the Knight Commander's wrath.
Men were hired for the righteous task of kidnapping a Kunari delegate. A pause that says you knew. But does her grace?
The Grand Cleric trusts her stewards to enact the wishes of the Maker.
I'll speak to her grace another time. You will not always be here.
Stubborn. All right, Sarah Hawk. If you won't abandon this, let me offer you something. The Templar you seek is a radical who has grown unreliable. Confronting him may do us all a favor.
And he is what to you?
He is my former bodyguard, Ser Vonel. Assume what you wish, but I offer him to you as reconciliation. Meet me at this location. I invite you, Sarah Hawk. Come see the unrest these Kunari have inspired.
That's a setup.
It's her game, for the moment.
I think Grandfather...
Your grandparents would be so proud of you. When I was a girl, the Amels were one of our most prominent families. I'm glad to have one of their line in the estate again. How can I help you?
Did you know someone used the authority of your name to instigate a crime against the Qunari?
The path to righteousness is never as straight and narrow as we wish. I truly hoped this would not go so far, but do not trouble yourself. I will step in when it's time.
I'd always welcome your benediction.
Andraste, guide your steps in this difficult time.
Oh. Looking for a room full of armed zealots.
Patrice is here somewhere.
Looking forward to it.
Do not fear them. They die like any animal. Do not fear them. They die like any animal. Someone's left a surprise here for us.
You happy now?
It's done.
Like any beast, remove the fangs and it is lost. They are weak before the faithful of the Maker. The only certainty in their precious Qun is death before the righteous.
Sir Varnell!
Take a knee, faithful. The Chantry blesses us.
You claim a blessing when you have used the authority of the Grand Cleric so openly? You have brought wrath down upon you. You remember Sarah Hawk? The Qunari have friends, Templar. How will you answer their allegations?
You want to fight? Face someone whose weapons are not bound.
Righteous! Destroy them!
Looks like a fight! Keep...
All right. Time to bring this mess to the Viscount's attention.
Madness! Madness!
Yes, Excellency.
Chantry involvement. Even if they are fringe elements. Oh, it could not be worse.
Sure it could. You could suddenly realize you're completely naked or something.
You killed them? All of them?
A mother serving the Grand Cleric allowed this to happen.
Are you quite sure? She held a blade with them? Told them to fight you?
No, I cannot say that.
Of course not. Blasted mother. You have no idea the storm these allegations would cause. It would destroy what support I do have.
I have had trouble with her before. She is slippery.
I understand. I will make my inquiries. Gently. And you should be careful in your associations. For now, we have other problems. We have the delegate, but I can't return the bodies to the Qunari in this state.
Sarah Hawke. You know the Arishok. What should I do?
Hiding this would only make it worse.
It would, wouldn't it? I'm losing my sense of how to balance this nightmare. I appreciate your help in this matter. As bad as this is, it could have been much worse without you. Kirkwall owes you. I owe you.
Enchantment! No, Leandra. Leandra.
What's wrong, Uncle?
There you are. Where's your mother? Is she feeling all right?
I'm sure she's all right. Why are you so upset?
Your mother didn't show up for our weekly visit. Is she ill? She is here, isn't she?
No, Gamlin. We haven't seen her all day.
Where could she be?
With her suitor, perhaps?
Suitor? Leandra never mentioned a suitor.
Well, those lilies arrived for her this morning.
White lilies. I know something about that.
Don't just leave me waiting. What is it?
There's a killer in Kirkwall who sends his victims white lilies before he takes them. He's murdered several women already. I know someone who might be able to help. Gasgard Dupuis.
No. You're wrong. Leandra is fine.
Aveline will get the city guard to keep an eye out. Don't worry, Uncle.
All right. That girl will know what to do. Maybe Leandra took another path to my house. I could have just missed her. I'm going back to Lowtown.
You should help Gamlin look for your mother. You might be able to track her more easily once night falls and the streets empty out. All right. The boy and I will stay here in case she returns. Ah, you've returned. Everything's quiet here in the mansion. I thought a moment.